Hello students. So there is a question of class 11 standard CBSE organic chemistry chapter. So this question is, how many sigma and pi bonds are present in each of the following molecules? So they'll give you some compound like this. They'll ask you to find out the number of sigma and pi bonds. So for such question, how do we answer? So this particular structure, if you see, it is in a condensed structure. It is better to answer if it's a branch structure. So the same structure I want you to write it in a branch form. So here if you see, let me number it as carbon 1 2 3 4 5, and then I'm just going to write this structure in a branch form. So first carbon atom with triple bond with next carbon atom. The first carbon atom is having one hydrogen, and then the second carbon is attached to one more carbon atom, and this carbon also has one hydrogen. You can place the hydrogen either up or down, and then this third carbon atom is attached with a double bond with the fourth carbon atom, and again I have one more hydrogen, and finally I have my fifth carbon atom with 3 hydrogen. So this is the condensed and this is a branch form. So when you do a branch form, it's very easy to do this answer. So as we know, if it's single bond, there is only sigma bond. There is double bond, there is one sigma bond and there's one pi bond. And there's a triple bond, there's one sigma bond and two pi bond. So this you have to have a note on it, okay? So now let's just see the number of sigma and pi bond. So there's one sigma bond, single bond, sigma bond. If it's triple bond, it's one sigma and two pi bond. And again, there is one sigma bond, one sigma bond, one sigma and one pi, and one sigma, 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 sigma bond. So this is the idea to do this sigma and pi bond of the given compound. But then when you answer it, you have to particularly tell how many sigma bonds are between carbon and carbon atom. Okay, so between a carbon and carbon atom, how many sigma bonds are there? So this is one carbon, this is one carbon, so it's one sigma bond. Again, next one carbon atom, one more sigma bond. Again, next carbon atom, third one. The next carbon atom, fourth one. So therefore, 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 sigma carbon carbon bond. And how many sigma carbon hydrogen bond is there? That is between carbon and hydrogen, how many are there? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Altogether, we have 6 sigma carbon hydrogen bond. And next, let's go with the pi count. Okay, how many pi carbon? You can see pi also I have carbon, double bond carbon, pi carbon, triple bond carbon. So between double bond, I have how many carbon carbon double bond I have? Only one. So how many pi bonds I have? In that I have only one carbon carbon double bond. So if you go with a triple bond count, then how many is there? So here if you see the triple bond count, so I have here there is one carbon with the triple bond. So how many pi bonds are there? There are two pi bonds. So there are two pi bonds. So this is how you're supposed to answer this question. Thank you.